45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
The final shot before the break. Watson over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up.
And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
Check three. Whip. Watch the whip. 55, Mark, guys, 55. Three bud. Check it out.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
All day, just like that. Slam.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Watch the eye.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Now Darquan. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point arrow. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Jim.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 14.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And finding Proen. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
19. He's 59. Mike to 59. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
I 59.
Show me that.
I 31.
Johnson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Watson. Eluded. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike.
Watch twist.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Mercilus, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
55, Mike 55.
Watch the slant.
Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
55 is Mike, guys. 55. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Eat. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Check. 50.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
He's coming. We got double up. 55, Mike 55.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 26. Check out. 55 Mike, guys. 55. Here we go.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Hey, me and you all day.
Jackson now. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here's Michael Palardy now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Hey, 59! Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. You don't want none of that.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
You better be afraid of me. Mike's 59.
Watson throwing again. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
54's down, he's coming.
Check 59. Mike, look smoke. 59. Mike to 59. I got one.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Going up top. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Let's go.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Hey, check right. Watch 55.
Blue there.
Now Jackson throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Jackson to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 43 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Watson, escaping the pressure right. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Mike, 50.
Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing now is Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
55. Mike 55. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Come on. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Here's Michael Palardy now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free.
This is caught inside the 15. So in a teaching moment here, overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's get the ball.
Hey, check Mike. Watch it.
Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches.
Watch out.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the out. Watch the out. 55 is my guy. 55.
Jackson on first down. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Give me that ball. Here we go. Down the end. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. You better bring it. You better bring it. Shut up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
That's it. Got it.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Mike by 5. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike. Watch it grind. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 55.
Here's Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup on first down. This is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
55, Mike, 55. Wildville. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Record. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. I got it.
Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This is it. 19. 54. 59. Right there. 54. 54, Mike. Here we go.
Now Watson, his first throw of OT. And it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Going to throw again. To the right side, complete to Miller.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson, and the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. The ball comes out. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Rap. 55 is my guy. 55. Watch the curl. He's crashing. He's checking Congo. Check. Short. Mike 55.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the pass. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 5. Boom. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime.